Writing books is okay, he said. It's what I call a skilled trade. I'm in a skilled trade, too. The folks I despise is them that spend all their lives doing crummy old routine jobs with no skill in them at all, you see what I mean? Yes. The secret of life, he said, is to become very, very good at something that's very, very hard to do. Like you, I said. Exactly. You and me both. What makes you think that I'm any good at my job? I asked. There's an awful lot of bad writers around. You wouldn't be driving about in a car like this if you weren't no good at it, he answered. Must have cost a tidy packet, this little job. Well, it wasn't cheap. What can she do, flat out? He asked. 129 miles an hour, I told him. Oh, I bet she won't do it. I'll bet she will. All car makers is liars, he said. You can buy any car you like and it will never do what the makers say it will in the ads. This one will. Open her up then and prove it, he said. Go on, Governor, open her right up and let's see what she'll do. There's a traffic circle at Chalfont St. Peter, and immediately beyond it there's a long, straight section of divided highway. We came out of the circle onto the highway and I pressed my foot hard down on the accelerator. The big car leapt forward as though she'd been stung. In 10 seconds or so, we were doing 90. Lovely, he cried. Beautiful, keep going. I had the accelerator jammed right down against the floor and I held it there. 100, he shouted. 105, 110, 115. Go on, don't slack off. I was in the outside lane and we flashed past several cars as though they were standing still. A green Mini, a big cream-coloured Citroen, a white Land Rover, a huge truck with a container on the back, an orange-coloured Volkswagen minibus. 120! My passenger shouted, jumping up and down. Go on, get her up to 129! At that moment, I heard the scream of a police siren. It was so loud it seemed to be right inside the car, and then a cop on a motorcycle loomed up alongside us on the inside lane and went past us and raised a hand for us to stop. Oh, my sainted aunt, I said. That's torn it. The cop must have been doing about 130 when he passed us, and he took plenty of time slowing down. Finally, he pulled to the side of the road and I pulled in behind him. I didn't know police motorcycles could go as fast as that, I said rather lamely. That one can, my passenger said. It's the same make as yours. It's a BMW R90S, fastest bike on the road. That's what they're using nowadays. The cop got off his motorcycle and leaned the machine sideways onto its prop stand. Then he took off his gloves and placed them carefully on the seat. He was in no hurry now. He had us where he wanted us, and he knew it. This is real trouble, I said. I don't like it one little bit. Don't talk to him more than is necessary, understand? My companion said. Just sit tight and keep mum. Like an executioner approaching his victim, the cop came strolling slowly toward us. He was a big, meaty man with a belly, and his blue breeches were skin-tight around his enormous thighs. His goggles were pulled up onto the helmet, showing a smouldering red face with wide cheeks. We sat there like guilty schoolboys waiting for him to arrive. Watch out for this man, my passenger whispered. He looks mean as the devil. The cop came around to my open window and placed one meaty hand on the sill. What's the hurry? He said. No hurry, officer, I answered. Perhaps there's a woman in the back having a baby and you're rushing her to hospital. Is that it? No, officer. Or perhaps your house is on fire and you're dashing home to rescue the family from upstairs? His voice was dangerously soft and mocking. My house isn't on fire, officer. In that case, he said, you've got yourself into a nasty mess, haven't you? Do you know what the speed limit is in this country? 70, I said. And do you mind telling me exactly what speed you were doing just now? I shrugged and didn't say anything.